Hey detectives, welcome to the crew. I'm Lord Janda, and this is my Let's Play of Disco Elysium. In the last episode, we did some more digging around, talked to the smoker on the balcony, who was our potential witness, and we're now going to bed for the first time in our new house out in the fishing village.
Across the room, the heating system hums its soft lullaby. The mattress feels soft and sheets warm. It only takes you moments for the world to fall away.
That's progress.
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around. Every corner and every street. Recorded in you forever on ferrotape.
Spinning in eternity, I guess.
On and on it goes for untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance. Rising, rising. Above the dark curvature, the great wingspan of sleep, studded with stars.
Dang, I met the girl that messed me up at the disco, apparently.
Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time, the last time, the smoke in her mouth, the plotted flowers. The faces turning, changing.
What is it?
It's the world, Harry boy, and you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now.
That seems like a good thing, really.
You can never forget this shit.
The rain, the snow. I don't want to. It's beautiful.
Beautiful. It's stuck on loop, whirling, spitting out words and images. You're the son of the world again. Harrister, a ceaseless agent. Picking up litter and old newspapers. Collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards. Meaningless keepsakes. Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
That's right, limbic system. I am an agent of the world.
You'll go insane if you keep going like this. One more day, and you'll be in the loony bin. I just know you will. And for what, brother man?
Ancient reptilian brain, I'm inclined to say I'm less in the loony bin than I was a couple days ago.
For the working class.
Sure.
For the greater good.
Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth.
Look, I'm building communism for all, and we're not gonna mess it up this time.
There he goes again. He's a real political animal, our Harry. He still doesn't see that it's the world changing around him. He's got no idea what he's in for.
What do you mean?
'Cause only love can break your heart.
Yeah, and it did. Okay, well, build the pillow.
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
Do it for the wind. Do it for the picture puzzle. Put it all together. Solve the world. One conversation at a time.
Okay. Not even true, I just slept like 10 hours. We're good.
Rise and shine, comrade. It's time to get to work.
Wow.
Despite all the thinking you've been doing, only 0.0001% of communism has been built. It's too great a task to undertake alone. You're going to have to get organized.
Judging from the state of my ledger, I'm not sure that's possible.
The condition of your paperwork is irrelevant. All that matters is your commitment to building the World Republic. You must seek out your revolutionary brothers and sisters. Find out how much communism they've built. Then, together, maybe you'll be able to build as much as 0.0002% of communism.
Alright, progress.
But it won't be easy. Decades of persecution by coalition authorities have driven the remaining communists of Martinaise underground.
But I'm part of the coalition authorities.
Possibly. If you have been, it's only because you're a double agent acting in furtherance of your long-term objectives. Listen to this. Do you really think you're the kind of person an underground communist cell would entrust with a mission that requires such discretion?
It's gonna be a hard no.
Regardless, what's past is past. You need to look forward to the work of building communism for all.
Will they help me fire up Mazov's socialist sausage grinder?
Just between us, you may want to lay off this grind up the bourgeoisie stuff. It's a bit off-putting, even to fellow communists.
Unbelievable. Okay, well, how am I supposed to find them if they're hiding?
Let your nose guide you, detective.
My nose?
Yes. Fortunately, communists are known to have a very distinct smell.
What?
We really have no idea what they're talking about. There's no linkage between ideology and olfaction.
What does communism smell like?
Failure.
Ah. What does failure smell like?
It's a smell you know all too well. Simultaneously repulsive and yet darkly appealing. Musty with a sharp tang, but also a remnant of lost sweetness. Like a rotting mango that's been swaddled in a coat from your grandfather's attic.
Delightful visual imagery.
What you're smelling is your own body odor, of course. Nothing a shower and change of clothes couldn't fix.
No
People
time.
sometimes complain there are no real communists left in Martinaise. But you can smell their presence. They're out there, waiting for you to join them. Incidentally, during the waning days of the anti-centennial revolution, a number of Revacholian communards constructed elaborate hideouts in abandoned root cellars, hollowed out tree trunks, and even residential sewage tanks. This latter phenomenon gave rise to the early anti-communist slogan, "The future's bright when you flush out the white."
Okay, I'm ready. Let's get organized.
First, you'll have to locate the remaining communists in Martinaise. When you get near to someone with revolutionary potential, your nose will give you the signal to establish contact. Again, no, it won't. Any olfactory response you perceive will be strictly psychosomatic.
Noted.
You could also just look for more tangible evidence of communist activity. Images of Krasmazov and white antlers are usually a dead giveaway.
What will I do once I establish contact with my fellow
You'll
communists?
discuss the monumental world historical task that lies before you. You'll engage in rigorous and spirited debates about Mazovian theory and practice. But mostly, you'll probably complain about other communists.
Isn't that last part kind of counterproductive?
Not at all. Complaining about other communists is one of the most important parts of being a communist.
I mean, you're not wrong. Okay, let's get to it.
Here we go. Wake, brave worker. 'Tis no time for bed. Fight till there's no slaves below, and no masters o'erhead.
Something tells me we're not going to build communism. That's okay. We'll do our best. In morning.
Yes?
Not gonna pass that one. Hey, I shaved.
Yes. I don't know what to say. Perhaps,
What is it? You can tell me, Kim.
I'm not really sure about this turn of events. I think the mutton chops might have been a better idea. They sort of seem to cover up some of the...
He stops.
Yeah, damage. He means damage.
Like he means damage.
Either way, good on you. You were saying?
I found out what the pail is while you were gone.
Wonderful. What is your takeaway?
Where are we, Lieutenant
In
Fitzroy?
Elysium, behind our eyes. Like all human beings, Detective. The world is what it is. I'm glad to see you're stable. Keep it that way. Now, was there anything else, or should we get to it?
Hold on a second.
The lieutenant's posture becomes rigid and uncomfortable as you lean forward and sniff the area just above his shoulder blade. The lieutenant is fastidious as a cat in matters of his personal upkeep. And yet, in the folds of his jacket, you can just perceive the stale and acrid traces of oil rags, transmission fluid, and brake pads. Wait. There's something else there. Something that sets your GABA receptors aflutter. The lieutenant's aftershave, a common drugstore brand. Strong hints of pine needle. But what sort of ideological picture do these smells paint? Tough to say.
Do you need something, Detective?
Just as I suspected. You're no lieutenant. You're a mechanic.
I do like to hang around the motor pool every now and then, but that doesn't make me a mechanic. Sort of like how hanging around the liquor store hasn't made you into a master distiller.
Wow. That was a cheap shot, Kim.
My apologies, Detective. I couldn't resist. Was there something else you wish to discuss?
Nope, we're good. What's up, washerwoman?
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
Could you possibly wash this disgusting jacket?
I can wash it for you, but it's going to take about a half an hour. Think you can stay put for that long?
I could use a breather before another rainy day begins.
Yeah, sure. I'll
Well,
wait.
hand it over then, and I'll see what I can do. Must say, I'm proud of this one. It's pretty nice underneath all that filth. I hope you take better care of it than its last owner.
Thanks, washerwoman. I'm off. Okay, let's hand that to Idiot Doom Spiral. Hey, Idiot Doom Spiral. Here's your jacket.
Tequila Sunset.
Okay, here's your jacket. Fresh wash.
My jacket?
Yeah, the one you had me clean the seagull shit off of.
A look of consternation crosses the man's face. He looks at you, then at his bottle, then back at you.
What the fuck are you talking about, Tequila?
So you're saying this isn't your jacket?
Found? That's medium concept stuff, not my style at all. I can't believe I'm saying this, but maybe you should lay off the booze. It's fucking with your head.
It becomes abundantly clear to you how this man managed to lose his keys, business, friends, and girlfriend. I'm calling it. It's neurological.
Okay, you're lost. I'm keeping the
That
jacket.
shit is so medium concept, I wouldn't touch it with a stick. But yeah, okay. I'm sure it looks great on you.
It's an okay jacket, if you're into that look.
Alright, be seeing you.
Okay, let's step aside for a second. I have something I want to talk about.
Oh? Would that be, Kim? We just had a conversation.
I've been meaning to have a little chat with you about your sense of style.
What about my style, Kim?
I'm glad you finally started dressing a little more like an officer of the RCM. Keep it up.
Say, why aren't you wearing a pig suit?
Officers above the rank of sergeant are granted wide discretion when it comes to their uniforms.
Yeah?
The idea is that civilians are more likely to open up to someone who's not dressed like a typical cop. You know the expression, the clothes make the man? The right outfit in the right situation can make all the difference in the world.
Well, you're a sharp-dressed man. We could be style buddies, Kim.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Detective.
Oh,
A warm smile.
Anyway, we should probably get back to the case. Let's go.
He's just happy because I'm wearing the bloody commander's jacket. I also have a bow knot, 2 pieces of stolen armor, and some flare-cut trousers, so I'm not sure it's that great a situation. This increases pain threshold and half-life, but reduces drama. Any of these things? Okay. Lose my esprit de corps. Oh, did we finish this? Oh, we didn't yet. Okay. I guess overnight doesn't count. Okay. I don't really know how to continue. Well, I think the best way is to go and talk about this nightclub some more. Well, and once that thing expires, then we gotta pass this authority check to Titus, and that might give us something. Hey, Soona, feeling better this morning? Your computer slightly less hacked into by us?
Yes, what is it?
Alright, what if you didn't have to leave? I talked to Entree, we want to make it work.
I don't want to make anything work.
She replies, her expression unchanged. You don't want to make anything work?
Yes, anything. I don't want to make anything work.
Are you sure?
Easy.
Ah.
When her research is done, she can move out.
Oh, makes sense, yeah. Okay, listen, about your research, you mentioned it's not going very well. Maybe I can help?
What? No, I don't really need any help with the project.
Look, if I could help you finish the project, then you wouldn't have to live in a church next to the Boom Boom anymore. Just think about it.
She thinks about it. A glossy look in her eyes. A gust of wind brings more snow in from the broken gallery. It touches her hair.
Also, frankly, you don't own this building, and if they want to move in and turn it into a dance club, they have at least as much right as you do, so...
Alright. Bring me the game's offside copy from my old workspace, if you really want to help. It's stored on a filament memory, and I'm unable to go and fetch it myself.
Ah, by your old workspace, do you mean the studio of Fortress Accident in the doomed commercial area?
Yeah, that's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do some explaining to the bookstore lady.
Yeah, you mean Plaisance?
That's her name, I believe.
I've been in the doomed commercial
Good.
area.
Then you might know the giant ice bear fridge in the building's cellar. The filament is inside the fridge. Just go and get it.
This is a stupid question to ask when she just said that, but...
In the giant ice bear fridge. I just told you. It has red glowing eyes. It's impossible to miss. You just need to get the offside copy from the ice bear.
But you've been to the fridge and it wasn't there. There was a note saying...
Right, so it's not this film.
No, that's the production schedule you stole and accessed without authorization. I don't need it.
In his defense, it was simply lying in the desk drawer of an abandoned cubicle.
Okay, but still.
Yeah, I found a note from the Ice Bear fridge. It says the offside copy had been moved to a safer place.
Wait, a note from whom? Did it specify where they took the filament memory?
Yeah, it said it had been taken to an ice cream maker, and it was signed by someone named Sudislav.
Zawiza. Of course! Our project lead, Sulisław Zawiza. God, he was always so hell-bent on keeping the copy somewhere safe. And feature creep, and the Valley of the Heads.
Ah, classic project lead, loves feature
Like
creep.
it would have made a difference. The offside copy was perfectly safe when the data loss happened. That data loss was anomalous.
She crosses her arms defiantly.
And the heads. I won't even get into the heads. Millions of them. Go find that copy from that ice cream maker, will you? Thanks.
Valley of 1,000 Heads. You like the sound of that.
Oh, by the way, we put a corpse in the fridge.
Wait, what? Whose dead body?
You know, we don't actually have to tell the entire world about the fridge.
The lieutenant says, looking at you.
Whose body is it?
Oh, it's the body of the hanged man.
And what is it doing in the fridge?
Don't worry, I put it there temporarily as part of an official police investigation.
You put it there? You put a dead body inside the ice bear fridge.
Just wanted to let you know.
Okay. Very cool. Thanks for keeping me in the loop.
You're
We would
welcome,
appreciate it if you kept this knowledge to yourself, miss.
Who would I tell? My mother? I don't have anyone to tell. And if I did, I wouldn't. I don't care.
Right, so I found the ice cream maker. It is not possible to open it. It's totally frozen.
This is getting ridiculous. Can't you just defrost it? Or, I don't know. I don't know about the ice cream maker. Just figure something out.
I have been trying to defrost it, but it doesn't seem to actually do anything. What is an offsite copy, and why do you need
It's a
it?
backup of my former employer's project. The radio game we were working on. It's stored on a filament memory, just like the one inside this radio computer.
Points to the glowing cube inside the machine.
She's making it extra simple for you.
Yeah.
The backup itself is destroyed now, but I'm hoping to use what's left of it to pinpoint the exact location of the anomaly. You just have to go to my old workspace and get the filament.
Hold on. If it's called an off-site copy, then why is it still on-site?
Why is the offsite copy on site?
Oh god, not this again. It is not on site. It is in the basement. Perfectly safe and not connected to the front at all.
I'm not actually sure I agree. I think the point of an offsite copy is like if the building burns down or something. Then if the building burns down, it's still probably going to be destroyed, so...
Basement? Sounds like it's technically still on-site.
And no, taking it outside the building wouldn't have protected it from the data loss. There's nothing wrong with keeping the backup in the basement. What happened was a freak accident that has nothing to do with how the backup was stored. We clear?
Sure. Why can't you go get
The
it?
bookstore lady hates me. Says I'm part of the curse, whatever that means.
Oh, why does she think that?
Because she's from Martinez, and people from Martinez have never ever seen a radio computer.
Yeah.
She thinks it emits elemental evil.
Yeah, they don't really like to get with the times, especially her.
She literally started praying for the higher powers when she first saw my range Civic. I'm not making this up.
The lieutenant coughs like he's amused.
Once I came in one morning, only to find that my terminal was full of those strange trinkets and amulets. Wards. It looked like some Semenine magic.
Yeah, Plaisance does seem that stupid. Okay, let's go.
Thanks.
Let's copy. She thinks for a moment, then reaches behind the radio computer and hands you what looks like an oversized pry bar. Oh, yeah, that's what I needed,
Here's
thank
my
you.
Falsund multitool. You might need it to hack loose some ice. It opens everything. If you get me the offside copy, then you can keep the Falsund.
Thank
The
you.
legendary Kvalsund multi-tool. This is Prybar version 2.0 for professionals like you.
Okay, I'll let you work a piece. That is what we needed, for sure. That will get us into there. I think it will get us into this secret bunker that's back behind this place, too. The one door that we can't open. And there might be some other places that we need to pry open as well. This is, yeah, this is handy. Okay. I level up one of these things. I need more empathy, but my base is not high enough. Like, I cannot get more empathy. Without the right thought, at least. I can get more perception. Sure, let's go for it. Maybe now I can finally pass that stupid white check with the bear. Okay. At this point, I wish there was a way to... Oh, there is a way to fast travel. Huh. Who knew? Okay. Back into the basement. I might just save scum this perception check.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. It's guarding over the freezing corpse hidden inside its belly.
I haven't done this up to this point, but I don't think we're gonna get a lot more perception, and I really just want to know so we can be done
The
with this.
bear's eyes are still glowing red.
Wow. It's 42% chance. It's not even that bad. Oh, you know what? There's probably some things I could put on to increase my perception. Hold on, let's check that first before I... Hold on. Anything that increases perception? Musical instrument. Or... electrochemistry, drama, composure, pain threshold. Perception, right. Cavalry boots. Was that it? I think that was it. I think we tried this before. -1. We have money. I should probably go buy some things too. There's a few shops around.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. It's got your arms reach out and your eyes close, as if by their own volition. It's dark all around. You feel cold, slippery flesh, first with your fingertips, then under the palm of your hand.
What is this? This feels like corpse.
His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips. Like a spider, your hand crawls over his features. Everything is silent.
Crawl up his nostrils?
They are swollen shut. You need to really push to get in.
Okay,
Only the little one fits. The flesh changes shape as you bore in, searching for something in the cartilage. The thing you're looking for, it's not there. Crawl out, spider.
Okay, mouth.
The oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the base of the mouth, lolling around like a scallop.
My eyes?
A vision of black and dark red death, pried open by your naked hands and studded with teeth. Looks like he's laughing. Death fumes rising from the throat, and there, in the back of his mouth, above the bell of the uvula, right in the soft palate, you see a hole, barely visible to the human eye. It is swollen shut, almost vanished. No larger than 0.4 centimeters in radius, the edges appear darkened. An abrasion collar. This is what we're after.
Abrasion collar.
I see it.
Lieutenant looks in. There's a pen on his hand. His notebook's open at the red pages.
A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from the wound.
Oh god.
Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage. Wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth, right into his brainstem.
Oh god.
Yes, that's what this part is called. The basal ganglia feels clumpy. What entered here has torn apart his reptilian complex. This man will never sleep again. Never wake.
Okay, well, he's dead, so I think.
Your fingers slide into the remains of his limbic system. There is no resistance. It's gelatinous. The slug-like structures are damaged too. The tearing extends deep into both hemispheres. This is what he used to regulate his emotions with.
It's a cavity cut right between the hemispheres.
The lieutenant answers with the sound of his pen on paper. Your fingers are all the way in now, reaching toward the inside of his skull. The cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand to follow. Your fingers reach toward his skull. His cerebral cortex feels like jelly. Cold jelly. Strange fluid streams down your wrist as you push deeper, until you feel it on the tip of your finger. Sharp, serrated material. The edges cut right into your skin.
A solid object right under the skull.
Can you get to it?
There's a tiny crack, a protrusion in the cranium, right in the back of his head. Your finger must be pointing straight at it, from the inside. The object that is in there stops just short of the skull, in the encephalus, knocking this tiny fracture into the cranium.
We have the makings of a very small exit wound here.
You pick the object between your index and middle finger. It feels sharp, like metal. With your face twisting from pain and concentration, all you need to do is just...
Slowly.
The
pull
inside
fingers out.
of the head feels cold and smooth, like a glove. Sweat dripping down your brow. Careful not to lose the prize between your fingers. With a plop, your hand emerges from the mouth, covered in blood up to the wrist. Between your fingers, a small flower, a blossom made of lead.
A bullet.
Huh. The lieutenant puts a small bag marked evidence under it. That's significant. I
The bullet
didn't have any previous
falls
evidence that
in
he'd
the
been
bag,
shot, I don't think.
leaving a smattering of blood on the plastic. He raises the bag under his eyes and says,
A non-caliber. Rifled. Some kind of brittle alloy. Fractured on impact.
Alright, keep it, Lieutenant. Call it a gift.
No, you deserve it. We can log it later.
The Lieutenant drops the bag in your bloody hand. Feels light.
Looks like we need to add one more item to your injury list. Injury number 4. Oval entry wound with an abrasion collar. Soft palate, back of mouth. High velocity. Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound?
Sounds about right.
Opinion, fatal injury.
Agreed.
And one last thing. We should amend injury number 3. Ligament mark. New opinion, non-fatal. Post-mortem. Treatment.
he's proposing the bullet was the real cause of death, and the hanging an attempt to conceal this fact.
Treatment?
Treatment, officer, is an attempt to manipulate the body after death, to hide the real cause with a false cause. In this case, this injury here.
Yeah, the ligament mark, fractured hyoid bone, all treatment.
Yes, and the belt around his neck, the hanging, even dragging him to the yard. All of it was done after this man was already dead.
Think so?
I did not just come up with this. I've had my doubts since you showed me the tracks, officer. Why did they carry him over? Why not march him? There is no satisfactory explanation.
Figured he was just unconscious, honestly.
There have been other signs too. Small details. Everything is too neatly designed for us to assign probable cause here, as we did, full-heartedly. Well, no more.
That's a breakthrough.
There is,
Alright.
of course, the very real possibility he was both shot and hanged.
Maybe they just shot him while they hanged him?
To put him out of his misery? It's possible, but it doesn't explain all the other dubious things here. Lack of struggle, primarily. I may be intellectually sloppy, but I prefer one theory at a time. And this just smacks of treatment to me.
It does. It would do this.
That's for us
I
to
mean,
find out. But this, it will make finding them just a little easier.
Why?
To hide something. The real killer, the real motivation, what really happened here.
I think I need to wash myself.
Oh, you really, really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Whirling in Rags should come with a bathroom. Be sure to make use of it in the evening.
Oh god, we're gonna go the whole day with brain gore on our hands. Maybe the bullet has more answers?
Yes, we should take a closer look at it. I am certain it has more to tell us.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
Alright, what next?
We bag the corpse and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. I can transport him to processing myself, but I will be gone for the rest of the day.
And you'll be gone? What should I do in the meanwhile?
Work on the case. Tend to personal matters. Try not to do anything too dangerous. An officer needs backup in a neighborhood like this. I'll leave that choice to you. And one more thing. Great work, detective.
Oh, he likes us.
After you bag the corpse, Lieutenant Kitsuragi will leave the party until tomorrow morning. You can do side tasks and even the main case, but it might be more difficult. Plan his exit accordingly.
Okay. We will come back to this before we go to bed. I'm not gonna keep him going for the whole day. Seems unwise. Thanks for watching, detectives. New parts will be up every other day, or you can watch live on Twitch. If you did enjoy, consider leaving a like and subscribing. And have a nice day, detectives. This is Sea Lord Jenda, signing off.